Hi! Hello! Hi friends. Was that noisy? I hope it wasn't too noisy. Welcome back to another video. Yeah, should I start over? Should I say what I usually say? Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Tara and I make videos about digital planning and different ways that you can get creative with your iPad. So, if that sounds like something that's of interest to you, feel free to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so that you never miss a video. That was weird. A weird pause there. Anyway, that all being said, let's go ahead and jump into the purpose of today's video, which is in fact to finish the purpose of my last video. So if you watched that video, you would have seen my ranking system, my criteria, and what we're going on. But just to recap, we are using 3 different pieces of criteria to measure this, 3 different judgments, but there's a word I'm looking for, and I don't know what it is right now, and I don't have the time to think of it, so we're just gonna roll with it. It's so interesting being on camera because I'm never on camera, so we're just going to show up as authentically awkward Tara and keep moving forward. What we're going to do is the criteria, I'll plop it up here. Plop. Which is going to be aesthetics, creativity, and functionality. And so these are all on a scale of 1 to 10, which brings our total out of 30. So from that total, I have a list of 6 tiers. So they're divided based on 5 points. Those tiers, the lowest tier is the WTF tier, which I don't think I will have any here. I didn't in my monthlies, and honestly, I think my monthlies are always my least favorite, so I cannot imagine that there's anything worse than those. I have the Never Again tier, which I did shuffle some down to in my monthly. I have the Don't Love It tier, it doesn't really have a creative name because that's how I feel about it. It's just kind of, okay. It's acceptance, right? It's just the acceptance tier. Like, fine. Then we have the Would Recommend tier. These ones are good, you know? There's nothing to really complain about, but like, they don't really wow you, you know? So that is that tier. And then we have our all-time faves tier. These ones, if you haven't seen those videos, I would highly recommend checking them out because they're all-time faves. They're the best, you know? The best of the best. They're good. That's all I'm saying. Okay. So now let's go ahead and just get this ball rolling because I wasted way too much time in my monthly ranking video and I'm trying not to do that this time. Oh, and one last thing that I almost forgot is that I reserved the right, once I finished all of my rankings and all of my numbers, to move 3 of them per category, right? So per monthly, per weekly, per daily. But let's get into it. Let's start with the weeklies. So for the January weekly, I think this is dang near perfection. I love this. Actually, it's really one of my favorites. Like really one of my favorites. It's so beautiful. That's all. I mean, I just look at this and I'm like, oh, why? I love it. I love it. I love it. Do you love it as much as I do? I often wonder like how you guys feel in comparison to how I feel about these. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments, so feel free to just engage and let me know, like, if you think I'm crazy, if you agree, just whatever, just let me know. But I'm going to share my feelings today. So I think this is beautiful. I really do. I am a big fan. So starting with aesthetics, I think 10 out of 10 here. I don't know if it's the colors. I don't know if it's just the things that I made, but I think it's really pretty. So I think this one gets a 10 for aesthetics. For creativity, I think it gets a 9. So I think the reason is because, one, I used a photo here, which I don't usually do. So it's different. It's exciting because it's not my usual. I did these fun outlines here behind the lettering, and it's just I like this. It does something. I think it's so beautiful. I really love it. I really love it. And then I did a similar effect here. And yeah, I also I like what I did down here, like the little gnome and then the little white background and the lettering. Like it's cute. It was smart. It was cute. It looks good together. I think it's a creative approach and it's different than what I usually do. And I like it. And then I would say functionality wise, I think the functionality is pretty good too. I think, I've got my meals on here because I focused here on just making that cute and aesthetic. There isn't a lot of space for extra functionality. So maybe I will dock it a little bit there. Maybe I'll give it an 8. But that brings this one to 27. And, you know, I'm here for it because I love it. Ooh. Okay. Love. I wish I used it more. Obviously, like the 7th through the 9th, I was watching my nieces, so I don't think that I did a lot other than play with children. But like, there's a lot of love here. I love this. I personally am like a huge fan of the Eisenhower matrix. So if you've never used it, I highly recommend trying it out, especially if you're someone like me where like you have 1,000 ideas in your head at any given moment and they all seem important because you want to do them all, but like you can't. So this is like a really important tool for me in prioritizing and in time management and in just like figuring out, I don't know, I guess in just like really seriously looking at things instead of just being like, this is so fun, I want to do this. Because the ideas are endless. I love it. I think it's fun. I think it's cute. I think aesthetics wise, I also think this one gets a 10. I think it's perfect. I think it's well balanced. I don't think it's too busy. I think it's pretty. 10. I think this one gets a 10. Creativity wise, there's not a lot I can fault here. I do think it's creative. I like how I use these little corner frames this is what I meant by frames. I'll like circle that out. I like drew in the colors there. I think that's really pretty. I use this as like an extra way for me to manage some lists. I think this is cute. I can't, again, like I'm going to give this a 10. I also think functionality wise, you know what? There's not like a meal tracker or like other like water trackers or like the weekly space is a bit dull. So maybe I'll knock it in functionality. We have like an 8. So we're going to give that like 28. I think this is good. I like this one. I like it a lot. Okay. It's the sticker set. Is it the sticker set? Ooh, I have a hard time with this. I didn't love my March sticker set. It's kind of ruining all of the rankings. Let me try to be objective here, okay? You don't have to hate it all. It doesn't have to be as bad as the monthly. So, aesthetics here. They're not terrible, right? This is better than the monthly. Aesthetics wise, it's not like super appealing, but it's not that bad. I think I did the best with what I was working with, to be honest. But I think I'm going to give it like a 7, and I think that that's kind of generous. I'm going to give it a 6. I'm sorry. Yeah, it gets a 6. Creativity though. I think I can give it some creativity points because I use like shapes here instead of just my normal circle stickers. I added like a drop shadow here to make that more visible. I think this looks really cute. I mean, it's not that creative, but this is pretty creative, like using the flag and my to-do doing and done. So I think creativity here like deserves some recognition. It's not that bad. I'm going to give it an 8. And then functionality wise, I think also, having that like to-do doing and done. I have a habit tracker here, and then also a space for notes, and then just my mess of a monthly planner. I'm going to give it a 9. I think it serves its purposes. So, 23. All right, moving on. It's so cute. What? It's so cute. I think I'm just in love with this sticker set. You guys, go get the April sticker set from last year. It's so cute. Yes. So many wins here. So many wins. I love this heading. And like I drew out those letters and did a little drop shadow. I love this. I love what I did there and using the ombre stickers and the background color stickers. I think that's super cute. These boots are just adorable. I don't even know if I want to design April stickers. I love this. It's so cute. I love a layered washi look. This was the first time that I did my thing in Procreate where I took the shape, I created the shape and brought in the ombre sticker. It looks heavenly. I love it so much. I did this with my stickers and I think that looks so cute. Like I could have moved it down like just a tiny little bit, but it's so cute. I love it. I again, kind of no notes. I could have added trackers or something here, but it's not really necessary in general, and I think I would just be nitpicking, So 10 for aesthetics. I think 10 for creativity. I'll give it a 9 for functionality, okay? Because I did point out I could have added, I don't know, something else here. But again, I think I'm just being critical because I don't feel like I'm allowed to give anything a perfect score. I love these April stickers. I gotta say, they're amazing. Okay, moving on to May. Also, this is good. And this one was, I can already tell, is going to take the cake for like functionality. This was one of my absolute favorites when it comes to functionality. So I think this is another like no notes situation. The weeklies are where it's at when it comes to designing, I gotta say. So it's gorgeous. Okay. Aesthetics, I'm giving it a 10. I absolutely give this a 10. Creativity, I love this little the added features here. It's like a whole scene, and it's precious, is it not? It's so cute. And then I did that ombre effect again, which I made in Procreate, and stunning. 10. 10. And functionality, guys, look at this. It's perfection. I've got my events and tasks. I have my meals, my water tracker. I have a space for random notes. I have a cute little memory. I have my habit tracker. Oh no, this is my first perfect score. It has to be. I love it. I love it. Is there something wrong with me that I get this excited? This is embarrassing. Tara, you're on camera. I'm so excited though. It's so beautiful. Okay, moving on. Let's move on. Moving on to June. But can we just take a moment and say congratulations to May, the weekly May, for a perfect score, because that was beautiful. Okay, yeah. Let's look at June. I think June is really cute. I love these colors. I think the colors were really pretty. Aesthetic, the overall aesthetic here, I like it. I think this is a little bit messy, but that's my own fault for when I designed the stickers, because I had to cover up the flowers that were already there. I didn't have to, but I kind of felt like I had to. But I don't know, I could have used like the fruit or something, because this is lacking in the fruit aspect. Like, it's got the fruit quotes, like the doing my zest and the creative juice, and then I've got the washi tape. But where's the rest of the fruit? Oof, not the greatest. So I was really feeling this ombre effect. I love it. I have a short on how to do it as well, and it's done like in the videos, and it's done in one of my lives. So if you want to know how to do that, you can find that information in any of those forms. So aesthetics, I'm going to knock it down just because of that flower bunch, which I think is kind of meh. But I would give it a 9. I think on the whole it's pretty aesthetic. It's the colors. I think it's the colors. Creativity, actually the creativity's not that creative here, is it? It's not that bad. Like, this is pretty, I worked on that there. That's, yeah. I liked that I put my water tracker in here instead, which I don't usually do. But yeah, like an 8. It's not like anything crazy. Functionality, 7. There's not anything real special here. But it's not bad. Like, I can't be harsh on it, but it's just not. It's got this space. It's got this space. Maybe it gets a 6. We'll give it a 23 total. As you can see, I didn't use this one. I was traveling for a good chunk of this month, but I don't know. I don't really know why. I don't have an explanation for you. I did not use it. So, like, normally I would think that that's because it was just like not great, but it's not a bad layout. I don't know what I was doing. I was overwhelmed with other things probably, and I didn't use my planner. I must have hit a breaking point. Okay, aesthetics. The aesthetics aren't amazing. Like a 7. I look at you guys like, do you agree? Is that okay? Thinking that somebody can reply back to me or something. Creativity. There are some creative elements here. Not a whole lot. This though, I love that. And I love being able to stack those. I think that was just like a cute feature of the stickers. But yeah, I really loved this. I loved that I had the fallen down ice cream cone that kind of like melted into this. I just think that was such a cute idea. But the rest is like, it's just fine. So I think like it would be a 7 as like a decently creative, but then like I'm going to bump it up to an 8 because of that ice cream cone. And then functionality seems fairly functional. I'm going to give it an 8. I just didn't use it. Okay. This was actually perfectly functional for what I wanted it to be, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So I love this sticker set. I'd just like to say, and I love this color palette, and I think it was beautiful. Another one that I recommend. I highly recommend the sticker set. I feel like I should have done like a ranking of my sticker sets. So all the things. Aesthetics, I'm gonna give it a 10. Creativity, I think I could probably knock it like a little bit. I think it's not like crazy creative. I'm going to give it like an 8. And then for functionality, this served the exact purpose that I needed it for. So I think I'm going to give it a 10, and that brings this one to a 28. We have some high scoring weeklies. These are good. These are good. I like the weeklies. Ooh, also cute. Look at it. Every time. Every time. Every time. Okay. For the aesthetics here, it's cute, right? Like, it looks good. I'm going to give it a 9. There are a couple features that I'm not totally in love with. Like, I think this whole corner is just too orange. I feel like I could have varied that up somehow. I probably should have just written in like a dark brown. I feel like that would have helped. Like, this would have looked nicer. That would have looked nicer. This was clearly just kind of thrown in to fill the space. It's not so bad, but yeah, I didn't really know what I was doing with that. And then I don't really love what I did there. So I don't know, but I am sort of being nitpicky here. So I'm going to say 9 for the overall aesthetic. Creativity wise, I think this scene is so cute. I can dock it and also add to it, right? Like, they're different categories. Creativity wise here, love that. I think that's so cute. But like I said, not super creative. I also feel like I should have put like maybe like an ombre effect, or like I should have changed the color of that, because that's just, it's kind of killing it. It's given a really dull vibe. So actually I think that, I didn't notice that before. I'm going to change my aesthetics to 8. I'm going to change, I think creativity is probably an 8. I think functionality, it does everything that it needs to. It's got the meal trackers, the water trackers, a habit tracker. It's got a space for notes, a space for my to-dos. Yeah, I guess I can give it a 10. It'll be a 26. It didn't like go above and beyond, but it really is perfectly functional. You know what? No, a 10 would be May. May was a 10. This is a 9. So that makes it 25. That's a good standard. May is a standard. Okay, this is October. Maybe it's the colors. The aesthetic here is not my favorite on the overall look here. And I do think there were things I was trying. I was trying to be more creative because I really liked actually my monthly for October. And it just didn't quite, scratch that itch. It didn't do what I wanted it, I think. So aesthetics, I think it's just going to kind of be like a 7.5. Ooh, my first half points, I think, for this one. For the creativity, let's go with, I did add like the morning and night, and then I did layer these stickers in ways that I think were creative, so I think I will give myself points for that. I'm going to give this maybe like an 8.5. And then for functionality, I actually think the functionality here is pretty good, but there is one thing that I do want to knock the creativity for, or the functionality for, and that is because I put this text on top of these gems, and oh my gosh, was that a pain functionally to change week by week. Would not recommend doing that. Don't make setting up your planner more of a pain than it has to be. This is why I save things as elements, because if you have to go through the trouble of doing it every single week, you might just stop doing it. I mean, it is one of my favorite things about digital planning over when I used to bullet journal, because you can save yourself so much time, which I did love the creative outlet, but like sometimes I would just not have the energy for it, and then I wouldn't have a planner, or like, I don't know. Yeah. So the amount of effort that it takes to do something can either encourage you or deter you. And so that was a deterrent. I would just like to say that was a deterrent. So I do have to knock it a little bit for functionality there. So I'm going to give it an 8. So this makes this 24. For November. Aesthetics. I don't know. There's just something not settling here. So aesthetics, I think like just like a 7. That's just what it looks like to me. Creativity wise, I mean, this is cute. I like this. I like this like chalkboard look. I think that looks really nice. But is it like above and beyond? Is it super special? I don't really know. An 8. Like, I feel like 8's kind of become my standard for like, it's not bad. I can't complain. Functionality wise though, I think like having this is really helpful. This was for my podcast. It was for me planning my podcasts. I'm just going to keep doing this. I'll give it a 9. So 24, which feels fine. I hate this. This is probably my least favorite weekly ever. It's kind of disgusting in my opinion. I hate it. And I am so sorry that any of you sat through this. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Aesthetics are like, it's got some redeeming qualities, right? So like, I don't mind this, and I don't mind this. What really kills it on the whole is this. Like, I think had I done anything else in that section, I think it would have been totally fine. That's bad. That looks so bad. I don't like it. So it kind of brings it down to like a 5 for me. I also don't love these colors, but there's not much I can do about that. I also didn't like the other Christmas colors. So let's see if I like the Christmas colors for the daily. That'll be interesting. I do often pick my favorite colors for the daily because I think I'll use it the most. But sometimes it's the weekly. Creativity. Creativity has some redeeming qualities here. I liked having the little feet hanging here. I liked this. I really liked that part. And this, I guess, is creative. It's just not cute. It just kind of looks... It looks like something I would have made as a kid with washi tape and like scrapbook paper or something. It does have a kind of realistic look to it, but it's just kind of not cute. 6, because it has some redeeming qualities. 7? Okay. I think that it almost feels too nice. But this actually does help a lot with functionality. So functionality, this was my packing for my trip. And so I had like a to-do list here of things I needed to do. And then these were like, I think like toiletries and clothes and, electronics and like work-related stuff and like clothes. Functionality though, yeah, like an 8. It was good. It was good for what I needed it for. So that's a 20. All right, so the rankings for the weekly, we have the lowest score was December with 20, which yeah, I get it. Then we have several tied after that for 23. So that's July, June, and March. That feels generous. I think March needs to be bumped down. And also July. I don't think it should come in the would recommend one when I didn't even use it. So I think we can bump both March and July down. Those need to go down a tier. And also how do they tie with June? June wasn't that bad. Was I too harsh on June? I think I must have been. Or I just wasn't hard enough on July and March. We're going to bump those ones down. Those are 2 of my 3. And then I think the rest I'll be fairly satisfied with. So October and November have 24. I think that's fine. Yeah. I think I'd use them again, but maybe they could use some improvements. 25 goes to September, which could respectfully probably be bumped up a notch, but I'm okay with it being at the top of the second tier. I think that's probably okay. So then above that, we have no 26s, but we have 27 for January, which I loved. 28 for February, which I loved. 28 for August, which I also loved. I think for what it was good. 29 in April, yeah, which I loved. And then of course, 30 in May. I think there were some real winners here. So there you have it. Those are the rankings. That's where they lie, where they stand. Yeah. And let me know if you guys agree or disagree. I want to know your opinions. Let's duke it out in the comments. Okay. And yeah. Anyway, like I said before, if you do want to catch any of these videos, if you want to see how I made any of these, they're all available in my digital planning playlist, which I will link here, or you can just go through my videos. Keep in mind, October through December have live streams. So, yep, that's where we're going to leave this video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. As always, I adore you. I appreciate you. I love you so much. You're the best. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!